Welcome, welcome to another EBX discussion, and I thank my soldiers and soldierettes for taking the time out of your day to listen to a brother, because you could have been doing anything, it's real out here, gotta stay focused these days, and I give honor to our ancestors and anyone in our families that we may have held dear, that they transition. May they rest in peace and in power. And may all of our families prosper and everything we touch turn to gold. And I honor thy mother, honor thy father, honor thy sister, and honor thy brother. And I know we doing great if we breathing. Because remember, there are those that bodies that lays to rest, but their soul will live on. So if we alive and breathing, we are back to conquer another day. Real talk. And nothing, no person, place, or thing can stop the power of divine love. Nothing. So brothers and sisters, I'm here to tell us, just let go. Keep doing what we do to stay focused, to stay attached to the right things of life. Of course, off top, stay connected to our divine. You'll hear me talk about that a lot, because, we don't have to show and prove. Our life, our spirit, it will speak for itself. When you get to this state in your life and in your mind, body, and soul, it's a wonderful place to be, brothers and sisters. So if we are, for those that, are having a kind of a struggle with their mental, maybe a part of their lives, stay with it, brothers and sisters. Don't give up, especially if you have right in your heart and you want to see others do well, and of course ourselves, because when we are right within ourselves, guess what? We got the power to give help to everybody else. Those that want help, can help those that don't want to help themselves if they're able. So, but the power of divine love can never be stopped. It's something that we can pass down on from generation to generation. Our family will see it. Our kids can see it. Those we are attached to can see it, even if sometimes we don't overstand each other, In time, we will, because we're on divine time. We're no longer on man's time. I say that from time to time, too, because that's the time we should be on. The power of man, the love, divine love. It's a very beautiful thing. Of course, it's a whole lot of things in our lives that we have to go through to get to that divine love. And what is divine love? Something that's different than just your average regular love. Let's say the dictionary version of love. No, we talking about deep love, something that lasts forever. That's that powerful divine love. Something that make you see through your own bullshit, because I've heard this quote on a tweet one time, and one of our old school rappers put it, I ain't gonna say his name, and he said, once we sift through our own bullshit, then we can see the outside bullshit. And a lot of us already know this, but some of us don't comprehend this. We have to sift through our own bullshit, and I know sometimes I say cuss words and I be cursing, but sometimes it's just to amplify a point, because a lot of us brothers and sisters that are on a high vibration, we have so much fire within us, but when we are wise, we learn how to regulate that fire, and we only spew that fire to those who draw that fire out of us. I'm talking about if it's a little bit of anger in there, a little bit of aggression, because in these times you have to be somewhat aggressive, but wise at the same time. And when you got that power of that divine love, you'll learn how to do this. And when we let go, I know that sounds simple, but that's the only way, truly way, to have a state of freedom in our minds, is to just let go. Taking constructive criticism, discuss, have intellectual conversations even with our children. We can have intellectual conversations with our children that will just make them be intellectual, and they will begin to listen. Because, when I'm knowing one with my son and I'm around his siblings, and I am amazed of some of the words that I hear my young brothers, sisters say, because we have some very intelligent young brothers and sisters out there. And when you hear them speak intelligently, it almost brings a tear to your eye. It's beautiful, you know. And, you know, sometimes I'll joke, you know, with my son's siblings sometimes, like, where you learn that big word at? How you know that big word? You know, it's beautiful. That means that their mind is working. That means that divine is getting in there, you know. And I said on the podcast, be a very, very powerful example. When children know that you care and love them, they will listen, even when it seems like they're not. Remember, folks, and I've said this, I'm not a specialist on parenting, but I'm just something that I know that has worked in my life. When we stay persistent and show that love, even though it might seem like they're not listening then, but it'll come out later. And that is the gift that keeps on giving. Because they might not show it, you know, because we all have been young. We know how our mind was at one time or another. So, but we knew if we was around someone that loved us, whether it's somebody in our family or our parents, we knew it deep inside that they loved us and they wanted the best for us. You know, even though if we had little feelings about our parents and I'm gonna run away and, you know, the things that our young mind goes through when we're young, but deep down we know if our parent really love us. So and it's unfortunate that not a lot of us, but some of us didn't keep that instillment from our parents or our family, you know, our aunties, uncles, cousins, whatever. Those that don't take in things like that, signs of red flags, and, you know, listening to advice, we have to have our minds somewhat open. And, you know, if you're connected, if you have that divine love, that power of that divine love, you will learn so many things and you won't be taken back by things. And you just, you'll, like I say, the old finger on the chin, and you'll sit back and go, okay, what can I do better today? What can I change in oneself today to make for a better tomorrow, you know, because tomorrow can always be better. If we mess up one day or make a mistake, guess what, folks? That divine will carry us on to the next day and we'll do even better. You know, we'll triumph over all kinds of hurdles and so-called storms. Storms won't even be in your vocabulary when we have that power of that divine love. So I say again, brothers and sisters, let go. Just let go. Let go of things that, you know, never get around anything. Of course, no negative forces. We stay away from all negative forces, of course, as much as we possibly can. You know, always focus in on what's important. Children, family, our lives, our health, what we eat, you know, and those are the tools that will keep us maintaining, keeping our peace when we stick to the things that keep us learning. You know, a lot of times we are, even though you hear me say we're all teachers, at the same time we're also students. And when we can keep this in mind, it just makes for a blissful, balanced life. And guess what, folks? We share that to our loved ones, you know, our children, especially our children, because when you do make that step and you speak life into them and you speak love into them, it will come out eventually, you know, but we got to stay at it. And, you know, we got to have those insecurities in check if we have any, because again, like I've said, children can be very, very brutally honest. And it's not that the child, like they say, a young brother or sister say something insightful or maybe even say something that you don't know. It's all right. You know, that's a beautiful thing. You want your children to be, you know, at a level. Of course, we teach them to, you know, kind of stay in their place, so to speak, and be respectful. But we don't like choke them down. We not choke them physically, but I mean, we don't like keep them down. We let them rise, you know, let them spread their wings, you know, listen to our children. I'm learning to do that. Don't just shut them out because they're young, because, you know, let them develop that mind. Let them develop that spirit of independence, you know, so when they become older, you know, and having that the power of divine love in thy. It all helps with this. If you're a parent or if you have children, or older brother or older sister, and you got a younger sibling, man, study having the power of divine love, and just let our flesh, don't even listen to our flesh. Let the little stupid little idiotic things, let that shit go, and just focus in on that power of divine love. And when we do this, it will show up, like I said, in our families, in our own lives, and in our children, which is most important to me, especially these days. Family, family, family. Always keep a family spirit, and willing to take in advice from wherever we get it. If it's from something real, brother or sister. And if we keep that power of that divine love within, nothing will ever be able to stop that. Nothing. You will always keep a balanced mind. You will always keep a sense of humbleness, a sense of humility, because one can't be purified if we don't go through that humility stage, at one time in our lives or another. Not that we go through it all the time, but it's because it just keeps you from getting on a high horse. And, I'm just saying for myself, just an example, keep us, well, I know everything. And, a lot of us brothers and sisters already know this, but a lot of us do know a lot and have come across a lot and do have acquired a lot of knowledge. And it's a very beautiful thing. And why is this, brothers and sisters? Because a lot of us have that power of that divine love. Divine love like I said, it will help with the results that we see in our young youth. And it's beautiful, and we just got to stick with it, stay studying, don't get distracted by things out here in the media, in the world, that's trying to deter us away or pick us off, so to speak. We stay with it. We stay teaching, we stay learning, and we stay with that divine love, and we'll never go wrong. And we'll somewhat anticipate the future, and we'll be able to tell those behind us so they can be protected, and they'll be even that much more powerful than we are, because we never stop learning and we never stop striving. There is no plateau until the day we transition, of course. But when we get to that point, that great divine will look at us and say, "The job well done, my king. Job well done, my queen. You have done what I have set forth for you all to do." And I knew, and this is the divine speaking, the divine would say, one knew that there will be those that will stand up. So therefore, that divine has to protect us, because we're putting out that righteous energy. We have that power of that divine love. Nothing can stop the power of divine love, because it's not superficial. It's not fake. And it's coming from the pit of one soul. And this is many brothers and sisters out here, so divinely connected. And it's a beautiful thing when you're divinely connected. You can see this in brothers and sisters. But if you don't have that divine love, you're going to be lost. I'm not talking about superficial love, just regular average human love. No, I'm talking to that pit of the soul, spiritual love that just, man, I'm telling you, it's like wealth. You pass it down from generation to generation. So this is for my family, brothers and sisters I've met along the way, and those abroad. Get that study, that power of that divine love. And if you already have it, keep it, brothers and sisters. Cherish it, be thankful, maintain it. Do whatever we can to maintain it. Because there's a lot of entities out here that don't even know what divine love is, because you can't know what it is if you don't have it. But those of us out here that know what I'm talking about, that's because they have that power of that divine love. And we have what? We have let go. And we're sticking to teaching, not preaching. We're sticking to teaching righteous, impactful things to put in our brothers and sisters' lives, whether it's young or old. Because, again, like I said, my whole reason for starting this channel, and I thank those that helped a brother, get my channel started, that gave me a boost. I salute, and I will never forget those that has helped a brother. And like I said, what started me this whole thing with this channel is to touch the hearts, the minds, and the souls of the young and the old. And me not letting wrong things enter my mind and not jumping off, wrong impulses and doing stupid shit. Having the power of divine love helps one with this. And where would I be if I was bitter and trying to, making diss videos and all this really, where would that get me? Nowhere. So even though it can be challenging sometimes, it's always the best love and the best route to go. The best way to go, of course, is always righteous. I don't care what road we on, what we believe in. If we're not righteous, nothing's going to work. So the power of divine love will help all of us to stay balanced and stay connected and never, ever get disconnected, because we have finally, those that struggling with things, but you see that light, just let go. Just let go. Let go and let that divine move in our body. And you will develop the power of divine love. So that's my thought. That's my spiritual thought. That's my real thought. That's my divine love thought. So never give up out there. Salute to my content creators, my real content creators out there that's doing their thing. You have that divine love in you, because I see it. And those that came in to another Nature Podcast / EBX discussion, I thank you and salute. And I honor your family. I honor my family. And I honor my children, their mothers, brothers and sisters all over the world. May you have the ultimate peace in your part of the world and never ever lose the power of divine love. One.